In response to the recent security escalation, the Israel Elwyn organization adapted its activities and programs to focus on resilience and care of the community it works with, individuals with disabilities. Sharon Ehrnwald, Assistant CEO of International Relations at Israel Elwyn, spoke with reporter Nomi Segel about how the organization has adapted since the start of the Gaza war and what specific challenges and needs arose from the Iran conflict.
We are speaking with Sharon Ehrnwald, Assistant CEO for International Relations at Israel Elwyn. Thanks for joining us, and tell us, how has the current security situation impacted the organization and the individuals the organization supports?
Sure. So first of all, Israel Elwyn is one of the largest organizations in Israel, serving more than 5,400 individuals with disabilities from all communities in Israel, including Muslims, Jews, Bedouin, Jews, including the ultra-Orthodox community, Christians, overall with 1,400 staff members, representing also the diverse communities in Israeli society, from early intervention programs to retiree programs, all around Israel. So basically, all of our in-person programs are currently closed. However, we continue to maintain remote programs and home visits when possible, according to the guidelines, including parents of toddlers with disabilities who are at home currently, and we have to evaluate what each parent and family the situation is, and how they're available for therapies and online parent guidance and different support that we provide. But mainly, our main focus is on the 24/7 support living program, serving 250 residents with disabilities living in Jerusalem and Herzliya. And also, we have a job placement program for 1,500 individuals working in a competitive job market that some of them are considered as essential workers in different workplaces, and our job coaches go to their workplaces to support them in making sure they're getting to work safe. So we keep an everyday contact with the Ministry of Welfare, Ministry of Education, local municipalities, and the IDF Home Front Command to make sure we get the updated guidelines and also discuss the different challenges that we meet on ground and thinking about solutions together.
So those who are living in the supported facilities, they're able to stay there, there's protected spaces, and they can continue some kind of routine life?
So first of all, everybody in Israel know that in the last year and a half or so, there were ongoing evacuation drills in all different frameworks, schools, afternoon programs, and the same in our support living programs. So we have to maintain those drills in order to make sure that the staff and the service recipients are aware of what needs to be done during a siren. We mapped all of our residents' facilities and apartments in the community to make sure that they all have an accessible safe room, and also the entrance or the way to the safe room is accessible for them. Many of them use wheelchairs, so we have to make sure that they know and the staff can support them in getting into the safe room in a safe way. And also some residents experience anxiety and when they hear the siren. So the staff needs to make sure that everybody gets quickly and safe and as calm as they can be into the safe room. And once they're in there, the staff, makes it as smooth as they can and calm. They put in music, different lights, whatever they can make the environment more calm and peaceful for them as much as it can be.
Now, we've been experiencing since October 7th a war situation, but now with this latest escalation, are there lessons that your staff have learned and from the past year and a half in dealing with these emergency situations? Has this current escalation created new challenges emerged in helping the working with the populations that the organization supports?
Yes, I think also creating a calm environment in a safe room, or continuing serving the service recipients and the residents, and the different programs. They are aware of their regular routine as much as it can stay the same, and also making them the way the staff reacts is how the service recipients react. As much as the staff is calm and know exactly what needs to be done, and they have the drills during the year, not only the security situation, we also had a big fire 2 weeks ago on campus, and we had to evacuate about 170 residents, many of them using wheelchairs. And they had a drill 2 weeks before, and I was there on ground seeing everything and helping them. And once they knew exactly what they need to do, everything pretty much went well. So as much as you can prepare the staff and the service recipients, the better.
And what about dealing with the emotional and psychological stress, which is felt by everyone?
So when we talk about people with disabilities, especially those with intellectual disabilities, we have to find the different methods that are accessible for them, and the way that we need to make sure that we know each person in advance and how they can be calmer in such a situation. Of course, they don't necessarily show the same reactions as people without disability, which is why it's very important to make it as, speak with simple language, explain what's expected to happen, make sure that they understand where they need to go, how they need to enter the safe room. And for staff, first of all, being all the time in a doing situation, to know exactly what they need, what is expected of them to do, to map who's available to work remote or in person. Some of them, you have to be very flexible with the staff. Some of them deal with their husbands in reserve duty, or different types of families that they need to. You need to make sure that they all are available to come to work and do their job. And also, we deal with a diverse staff. We all work together, Jews, Muslims, everybody. We have to make sure that we focus on the mission and the service that we need to provide. And you leave other things outside of the room. And also having the executive staff on ground all the time to experience with them the challenges and provide support and solutions. And they become very creative. The staff becomes very creative. I can tell you that one of the early intervention programs, the kindergarten teacher had a Zoom with 2 different toddlers on the same Zoom and having like a group session, the same as they do in the early intervention program, but, it's not a regular situation, so they have to do it remote. She had both of them on Zoom, and they know each other already, and they saw the familiar faces and made them feel more comfortable and kind of, related to the routine that they're very used to.
Now, are there any suggestions or tips for families who may be feeling overwhelmed, practical tips of where to access help and assistance, or just how to take on these challenging times?
So first of all, besides Israel Elwyn, there are a lot of different service providers supporting individuals with disabilities, doing a great job. I can tell you that Israel Elwyn staff is doing its best to make sure that continuity of professional services we provide year-round in times of, emergency routine, ongoing emergency routine, and they can reach out to organizations such as Israel Elwyn to receive those type of supports year-round, and also in times of emergencies. And we're proud of the resilience the service recipients, families, and staff are showing in times like these.
If anyone is interested in more information about the organization, where can they find it?
So you can find us you can Google us up, israelelwyn.org.il. We also have a Facebook page in English and in Hebrew. We are always looking for good staff to recruit good people and staff for our programs. So you can also reach out to find jobs at Israel Elwyn, and of course our emergency fund campaign if everybody wants to support their emergency needs in our organization.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you.
Sharon Ehrnwald, Assistant CEO for International Relations at Israel Elwyn.